Hi all and welcome back to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new here, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life stories with Aspie's syndrome, mental health tips and advice versus tips and advice with Aspie's syndrome, and hopefully some fun and games along the way. So if you're into any of these, feel free to subscribe to my channel on the bottom right hand corner, and if you do decide to come on the bandwagon as a family member of mine, feel free to also turn on the notification bell so that you can keep up to date for future videos of these. This one's going to be a key reminder for all of us, including me, when I'm sharing this with you all today. Never be afraid. In saying this, basically, that we should, by all rights, I feel, to encourage and inspire one another regardless, because there's too much hate in this world and too much negativity. That's why I'm bringing out some of my life stories versus just like the mental. We know it's a scary world we live in today, as we know things are changing around us, so we shouldn't have to basically just live to everybody's expectations. We should feel comfortable in our own skin. I feel also in saying this as a form of motivational for you guys regardless, you know, we shouldn't be afraid in a way of showing ourselves up in this day and age, regardless what we're doing, be it if we're at work, be it at school, whatever it may be. Sometimes we shouldn't be afraid just because someone is just going to knock us down. We know that there are people out there that are here to support us and root us and uplift us. It's just depending where you're going to be at this point of time. I believe also, regardless of all the negativity, regardless of all that, we should by rights know who the right deal is in this day and age, of who our real true friends are that will have our back, watch us, protect us, guide us through our journey. Because we know there is always a time and a season of change when people come and go in our lives. We shouldn't be disheartened, because obviously for that change it has to allow us to change in a way of our mental state versus our spiritual state, to basically grow up and become wiser and stronger in our everyday situation. Never be afraid to someone around you that you love and care for them regardless of who and what they are, because at this point of time we are only here on a short time span on earth. I reckon that there's a time frame, or death sentence I call it, or polite word for putting this out there for you guys, a life sentence. You'll be able to reach for our goals and, you know, aim high. We need to show love, respect to one another regardless who it may be it our parents, be it our grandparents as well, because they are our teachers. They have brought us into the world, especially our parents, and they are there to guide us and mentor us. Yes, they may fear for the unknown of what's going to happen to us youngins. Never be afraid to someone you like them, even if they're with someone or not. That sometimes there are some people that we can choose to dislike based on whatever it may be. That's fine. We should be able to be truthful in ourselves and to others in a matter of speaking based on who and what we are. I feel in saying this though, and showing or sharing to the person that we love and care about, that hopefully up to them, they will say it back, or they'll try and find ways to show their five language that they do love and care for us. I believe that we shouldn't be hiding anymore regardless of how we're feeling now. I feel we should be standing out in the crowd and trying to be different instead of blending in like I've done for so many years myself, to blend in, you know, and fit into the crowd of what people want out of me, be it the expectations, be it their standards. We are here to learn from one another as well as just to learn on our journey. Everybody's life journey is different. Don't be forever to come out of your shell. You're different to one another, be it if it's just your sexuality, you feel that, you know, you're bi, gay, or whatever. It's okay to be different. You know, many people will just knock us down for that as well, based on, you know, our everyday behaviors, attitudes, beliefs, or what have you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Don't be afraid if you're really frustrated, but in a positive way, to let out your frustration. To be honest within ourselves, we are here for a reason and a purpose in life, regardless what many people may say to me right now in regards to my belief patterns versus maybe your guys' belief patterns. I'm open for all areas of basically accepting your guys' differences of opinions, beliefs. I'm not the judgmental kind. Challenge me, shall we say, on my belief pattern. Fine, you know, I may not have all the answers. To be true and real to ourselves regardless, also being the real us and not being a mimic copy of someone else, and accept one another. Whatever it is that you're hiding, don't be afraid to let it out. Dream big and reach high. Take life as it comes. each day. Take chances and risks one way or another, as we're here today and forever gone tomorrow. Live for the moment and breathe if you can too, because obviously many times I believe that many of us are rushing around, you know, trying to do everything all in one day, even though Rome wasn't built in a day. We may feel that we're living in the shadows of maybe someone we admire, be it if it's a sibling of our own, be it a brother or sister. Sometimes many people tend to just want to out-compete and outdo them, but everyone has their limitations. Don't be afraid of doing anything, because you're only here for a lifetime. Be the happiest and enjoyable soul that you can be. Don't forever give up and die trying, as we know that there are a few things that robs us in our life, be it whatever it may be. Everybody has a calling, and whether that calling is going to lead us, we should follow it. Keep moving forward and never look back. Live in regrets and fantasies, as they could hold us back. Don't ever live your life in a world of fear, as well as living your life with bitterness, hate, unforgiveness, and more. That I feel like I'm showing bitterness or unforgiveness to certain people in my circle, but sometimes, yes, I can forgive people and forget. Forgiving people, I believe that if they've done wrong to us, and you believe in your whole heart that despite you forgiving them, and you've given them that one chance shot that I'm trying to learn right now, the one chance and strike up, you're out. You shouldn't have to forever go into the same mess, into the same atmosphere or environment that that person was in, because, you know, some people don't forever want to change because some people are fearful of change. Maybe some of them just don't want to change and put it out and point the finger at us, the ones that are trying to change in ourselves. Everyone in this world do need love. Someone out there really does love us and care for us, regardless who it may be. Sometimes many of us may run after a particular someone that we love for a long period of time, and they're not reciprocating or giving back the love that you feel you wanted, even if we are, you know, missing that kind of connection with that someone. People are fear of being loved or being rejected. That's normal. It's in our DNA that we may be this, that, and the other. Some people will love us, and hopefully in saying this, even though I believe there's some people, besides of being fearful of that rejection, like someone said to me, that they try to detach from their feelings and emotions on how they feel. We need to have that, you know, intimacy and deep connection with that particular someone, and hopefully sharing the same interests and being able to be patient enough for that person to maybe do the same thing. Live your life the way you want it, and never let anyone tell you otherwise how to live your life or dictate to you how you should think and or do. We shouldn't be living to please others. Your own life to live. Obviously, if people don't want to accept you for you, that's their problem, not yours. Don't be afraid of loving someone, knowing that deep down in your heart that you'll lose them one day, because obviously, be it if it's a family, a friend, or someone that you were feeling really, really close to, in this day and age, we have a lot to give. In some ways, we should be able to show appreciation regardless one way or another. What's wrong of using our lips just saying thank you, even if they say that action speaks louder than words? And won't be a forever goodbye, I believe, as they'll still and always be in our hearts, thoughts and dreams of the ones that has gone. Never be afraid to stand up for yourself or to yourself and fight what you really believe in and love. Obviously, I believe that regardless people telling me to shut up all the time into what I believe, regardless of these injustices, that really irks me, makes me saddened to the core of what's going on, and I'm doing my very darn hardest to speak out based on my life experiences of what I've been through, sort of thing, be it the abuse, be it, you know, seeing people being bullied. There will be always a time to sit down and be still in the matter of speaking, knowing what to fight, when to fight, knowing our true battles. We need to be wise and saying this. As well as that, we need to be true and wise in how we use our words, because obviously words do hurt more than the physical punch-ups that people do for abuse. I'm a sensitive soul. I do tend to get emotional. Many people think I'm too emotional, but hey, I'm a female. I'm allowed to be emotional. I shouldn't have to hide or suppress my feelings, as I said before, living in my side of my mask all day, every day, trying to act happy. I'm okay to try not to be happy. I'm trying to be real. If you can't accept me for me, of who I am, your actions and accountability of your actions, and take full on responsibility that you need to, you know, maybe make the bold step saying I'm sorry for hurting you or what have you, because at the end of the day, That's all I ask for sometimes when I'm around people, be it if I'm in a relationship or whatever. Sorry, thanks, and all that can be maybe the hardest word, as well as saying no, as well as saying this for me, especially when it comes down to it. When I am all about, you know, helping people, sometimes I put myself last and put others out there first, real and who's not in my circle of life, hearsay. So this quickly ends on the setup for you guys. Never be afraid, I should say. Don't forget to smash the like, comment below, let me know in the comments section below also if you want to hear more motivational videos. Also, in saying this, as I said so many times before, that at this point in time I'm trying to get my projects up and running and everything else, and I'm not sure if you guys seen it floating about, but the coffee should be up and running. And if you want to donate to that for my cause and projects for future videos like these, as well as the projects that I'm clearly announced that I'm hoping to do, be it branding my channel, be it reaching out to some people. And also saying this, guys, also thanks for support. Hopefully make 2018 a good year by just supporting one another and try not to put it